Still with trails in the sky, we're still in the tutorial, it seems. Well, that's what you can call it. So, first of all, we'd like to know about augments, because that means nothing to me. Whoa! It's clockwork. Augments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbal energy. So it comes in orbs. A variety of effects can be produced depending on the structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, that's long enough. These devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday objects to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbal Revolution. Ah, interesting. Tell me more about bracers. Oh! Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. Okay, that wasn't too long, so let's hear about the Libel Kingdom. Oh, gems! The Kingdom of Libel, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent, and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Libel is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent, and is known for its high level of technology used to develop augments. Augment technology has been a key pillar for support for Libel in protecting its independence, as it has contended with neighbouring nations. A bit like Galia, then. 10 years ago, when Libel was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of Orbal-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Okay. Consequently, even now our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive. But thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Libel enjoys peace. Oh yeah. Yeah, peace is very enjoyable, that's all. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook in this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to practical portion of your training. Shara, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Wow. This time, you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day at my tush-pucked desk. I guess I got more worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you'll be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give the both of you. Aina, are you ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two. Go get one for each of yourselves. Ooh, one what? These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Oh, Bracer Notebook. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. So, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where, these kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Oh, Estelle, come on. It's only a small notebook. Oh, please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So, get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. Yep, it's certainly standing. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, an exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. By selecting the job names on the list, you can review their details. Oh, great. Jobs. Training retrieval. Term long. Okay. 500 mirror, direct request. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. Ah, good. We're getting the sewer level out of the way immediately. Excellent. See Sherazade for details. I like that sound. Alright, how do I get out of this? Right mouse button. Details of the job on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer notebook. The Bracer notebook can easily be found by clicking the Books tab on the items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring the Bracer book shortcut button on the configuration menu. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Basic indeed. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cram my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. Yeah, it calls for bracers. I mean, currently I see Josh as the only one actually wearing a bracer. I guess you're right. Unless that's a smaller bracer on Estelle. I'll just have to be more motivated. Yeah, well that shouldn't be hard, considering who you are. Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha! Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital factory and learning how to use its services. He is graciously taking time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behaviour. Okay. Okay, Melder's Orbital factory. At one point I'm going to make a mistake and call it Orbital instead of Orbital. Here's where you'll learn how to use an Orbital factory's services. At an Orbital factory you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and, if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with these Orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here? You stopped walking. No problem, leave everything to me. So, what is it that you would like to know about? Orbments, Orbital arts, quartz, and sepith. Sepith, eh? Also, I like the dynamic shadows, they're actually character-shaped. Orbments are mechanical devices. Well, we already know this, actually. So, yeah, they can power all kinds of things. Oh, they can enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Oh. They differ, eh? In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened at an orbal factory like this. It will take a fair amount of Sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So, what is it you'd like to know about? Tell me more about Sepith. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, brown, water, blue, fire, red, wind, green, time, black. Wow, we can control time! Oh, space! We can control space too! Gold and mirage. So we can pretty much do anything with these. Sepith can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere, but at the Orbal factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and open augment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. So, yeah. Okay, last 2. Orbal arts are magic, which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle augments. You can do anything, can't you? Can't you? Yes, they are a mouthful. Great. Well, it works that simply, eh? The elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, augments are much more complex than what I've described, but I think this information should suffice for now. Okay, tell me more about quartz. Are circuits made from Sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects, raise the owner's abilities while also making it possible for them to use arts. That's nice. Ah, okay, there are fixed slots too. Should be a good I should be able to get a good idea of what I want to install then. Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that you're going to need some Sepith. Oh yes! Several of each type. You're so generous. I can't wait to control time and space. With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular augments. In your case, Estelle, any any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Oh, black. To go with the hair, right? Normally, at a shop you would be able to exchange Sepith for mirror, but for this training you will not be able to use this service. Okay, yeah, we talk to them. Modify or trade. Well, great, let's get to it. Oh, good work so far. If you need to use the Orbal factory, give Freddy a holler over there. Okay, Freddy! Let's talk. Hi there, it looks like you two are doing well in your training. If you would like to modify your augments, please select the Modify Trade service. Where do I select that? Is there a menu here somewhere? Alright then, open the slot for Estelle. Okay, so we've got 1 opened, 2 that can be opened, and 3 that can't be opened. Kind of thought there would be more slots than that, but oh well. Okay, well, let's open this one since it's right next to the first one. Oh, yeah, of course, insufficient Sepith. Well, yeah, we don't need to open them yet, do we? Of course not. Ah, yes, we want... so, that increases speed by 10%, does it? Sounds useful. Yep, do it. We've got action 1. Well, that's for Josh. What do I want to give Estelle? I'll get defense for Estelle. Fits her hair colour as well. Heh. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the... Oh, man. So much stuff here. Wow. Achievements, eh? Nothing at the moment. Okay. And we store them like this, right? Oh, now will that let us use a stone hammer? Sounds perfect for Estelle. Time quartz only. Oh, clock up and soul blur. Whoa, what can these do? Emit a time-space shaking pulse. Perfect, just what I want. And speed up the flow of time. Yeah, and just drop a large boulder on enemies. Well, perfect. Well, we're done for now. Alright, looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz into your augments. We've already done that. Oh, but we've already done it. If you're lacking necessary quartz, then you can synthesize them at an orbital factory. Oops. I'll just remove them and put them in again. Okay, we did that. Hold on. Oh, so that actually decreases defense as well. Interesting. I'll get one anyway. So, okay, let me remove these. Yep. And just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay then, well, I guess I'll just synthesize the rest of them just to make sure. HP and evade. And I want to look at the notebook again. Elementals. Oh, there's a lot here. Cooking. Oh wow, we can cook stuff. Great. Oh, we're just like a loner. Magic. Yeah, well, let me try this again. Tear, Aqua Bleed, Firebolt, Airstrike. What do these do? Heals 200 HP, shoots a heavy stream of water at enemies. I like that too. Let's try that. Alright, yes, we've got both. So that's what you wanted us to do. Should have made it a bit clearer, right? Written in orange text like you do. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your augments. Yes! The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you will have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now I want you to use this Sepith and open a slot on each of your augments. Go ahead and decide which slots you are going to open. Great! Aha! Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry! Let's get this one opened. All courts okay. It's all okay for Estelle. Okay. Can we open any for Josh? Nah. We could only open one. Okay, well, great. Oh, we can't... No. No, we can't do that anymore. I mean, well, of course we wouldn't do that anymore. We already have the orbs that we want. I want to put defense in there. Great. Okay, I see you've managed to open one of your elemental augment slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular elemental, you are free to install any type of course you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along the lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Yeah, it can wait. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Whoa! Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it. Good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua! All of your training has finally come down to this. Yeah, down, get it? Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What? You don't fancy going in the sewer? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Yeah, okay. You're really forgetful. Did Gaseous drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and? I even made you jot down what you read in the Bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned from searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ring any bells yet? What a relief. Ah! Oh, divine Idios. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. I have never heard such a thing before. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you're acting all crazy back at your Orbital Factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All these horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? And just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident about that, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in rodent sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere in that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. Good. There's not much more I hate than a maze sewer. A sewer maze. There are real, living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Tier Bomb. Monster Guide. What's this book for? It's called a Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. And don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. And I think there would be a good place to end this part. Next, we're going to get the actual gameplay. Wow, the tutorial is, well, it has a lot of dialogue.